Well, night market just basically just gather people around. You know, you got foods, you got drinks, you got parties, you got musics, and you got all kinds of goodies. So people will just come around and gather, join us, have fun.
It's food on wheels. Food on wheels. Yeah, people are kind of strolling around, taking their time, enjoying things, you know. It's going pretty well. People get like a little sample of different things, you know. No, it's for like maybe a young person working in the city, maybe without kids. I mean, like it can get a little expensive. You're paying $5, $6 for like a couple of tacos.
Food truck all the way. It is fast food, but it's so much better.
We love Temple food trucks.
There's that Bagel Hut was one of my favorite places.
The crepe truck is the best thing on campus.
Crepe truck.
We sell crepes on Temple's campus. We started in 2003. And before us, there was only, the lunch trucks were all the same. Cheeseburgers, cheesesteaks, thing. And then we decided to do something different. And we picked crepes because I learned them in Greece. And so we started doing crepes and it just took off from there. All of our crepes, I'm proud to say, like we created them. The buffalo chicken, the gyros, the line of gyros, which we have Alex's gyro, Dennis's gyro. And I name them after people that come to the truck quite often. You know what I mean? And if they like them and, I test them out on them. If they like them and they keep buying them, then I name them after that person. You know what I mean? I feel like our truck it's not mine. It's everybody's. You know what I mean? Your customers are like a family.
Having a food truck to me means something I like to do, and I've been doing this for a long time. What I like best? The best things is, I don't know. The one important thing is how to cook. The second thing, I like the customers here, like I said it before. It's nice if you have like bad customers, your job is getting harder. They give you a hard time, you just maybe don't like the job, get bored, but so far I really like it.
I like to cook. I sell everything. Rice, hot dog, hot sausage, eggs, too many kinds of eggs. And I'm happy, so I sell food to students. I like to come too many students. I like to talk to them, to cook for them. Everybody who came to me, all of them were happy for the food. They tried the food, they came back, they tell me, oh, very good, it's delicious food. So they are happy too. If they are happy, I'm happy too.
I like the food trucks. I've gone to a lot of them since I've been a student here, and I feel like I usually end up getting something pretty interesting.
On this campus, I prefer the food trucks. The difference between the two is quality. I feel like they cater to like a smaller population of people, so they are probably able to like control their quality more. Whereas the cafeteria, the school cafeteria, probably has to cook for a lot of people, so they have less control over quality.
Food truck is a very quick and convenient place for me to pick up food whenever I do end up eating on campus. But I actually prefer the food trucks over some of the restaurants here because you can actually see what they're making, and there's a hygienic aspect of it that I'm very supportive of.
I do like food truck, but sometimes like you have like something to do and you don't have time to sit down to eat, and food truck is the best way to grab the food and to go.
It's cost efficient.
Delicious.
Convenient. Delicious.
I'd say yummy.
There's a couple things you gotta like about where you eat. Is how good they cook and how fast they cook. Because like students, they don't have much time to stay an hour or 45 minutes just to get food. So they can study for 20 more minutes or eat, have more time to study or do something else.
It's beautiful. I love doing it.
I love doing it. You know, like being like, you know, your own boss. Like, you know, it's a grind every day. Yes. So every time, you know, you come to Gigi, like, you know, you step right there at Gigi, like in the front of the truck. If you're hungry, we would never leave you. So if you don't have no money in your pocket, we would never let you walk out or walk away, like, you know, hungry, like, you know, without giving you something to eat, you know? Yeah, so on that menu, we have a jerk chicken, and we have curry chicken, and we have stew chicken, and we have oxtail, and we have collard greens, we have mac and cheese, we have candy yam, we have potato salad, we have rice. I mean, we have the whole night, you know?
I am Vernalicious. We do eclectic comfort foods. We do whatever I feel like making, whatever looks good, whatever sounds good, whatever I want to eat that day. I've been an optician for 20 years, a glass artist before that, balloon entertainer, you name it. Wow. Lots of fun stuff. It was time for a change.
I graduated from Temple. I had a degree in marketing. I had a job here for a coffee company, a local coffee company. I wasn't too happy. I had gone to Greece. I had wound up getting a job in Greece for a TV station, and I wound up going like a couple of weeks working for free, and I said, screw that, and I got a job at a little deli until I find another job. And I didn't even know if I wanted to stay or not. I was just like, you know, being young. I wanted to see. Yeah. The guy at the deli, he put me on the crepes. Then I decided to come back, and then when I came back, I wound up getting cancer. I beat cancer. I said, I want to do something that makes me happy in life. And I loved being in the restaurants and seeing the people and all that. And I was working with a buddy of mine in his little hot dog truck, and it just progressed to this. You know what I mean?
The crepe truck just has all kinds of things. There's like, you can get any kind of crepe, and I do love Nutella.
They have all types of flavors and combinations, or you can make your own. That's huge, choices.
You can kind of get anything to eat, which I like. There's like a huge variety, and it's much cheaper than like going to the Stack or going to J&H or something like that.
The crepes are only like $5, and you can get it with a drink for like $6. It's really cheap. They take cards or cash, whatever.
I feel like you definitely get more for your money going to the trucks. When you go to the Stack, like half the time it's not very good, and I just think it's overpriced. So I'd much rather go to the trucks.
Stack food is absolutely disgusting.
I usually walk into the Stack and I walk around and I'm like, okay, what am I going to eat? Because they don't have a lot of vegetarian choices.
You have like the same choices every day.
I don't understand how people go in there and eat it every day. Football players, basketball players, shout out to y'all because it couldn't be me.
I believe the food trucks are a little healthier because I don't know what kind of hormones they put in the food at the Stack.
The Stack, they don't really have a lot of diversity in there, and like the food that I have tried, it's not good. It's like knockoff stuff.
When I had a meal plan, it wasn't so bad, but I mean, now that I don't, for the comparison of the price, you're spending $7 or $8 anyway if I'm to go to one of those places. So I'd rather go to a food truck because they have more unique choices.
I feel like their day starts really early because I like walking around campus 8 in the morning. I see them like unloading their trucks and stuff.
So typically my day is crazy. I wake up 5:30 in the morning.
I wake up 4 o'clock in the a.m.
I wake up around 5 o'clock.
I'm up at about 4:30, 5 o'clock every day. I'm usually started my day by about 6.
We came here around 6:30.
Right now they're here at Penn. We try to be here by 7:15.
So the hours at the truck are 6:30 to 6. And by the time I go home, it's around 7.
And I head to bed about 1:32.
So it's 12, 13 hours every day almost, except weekends.
I mean, that's a 15-hour day. It's not, it doesn't feel good.
But his job. As I told you, it's his job. I like that.
I know they're cold out here, and in the summer it gets really hot.
I know it's small, probably not the best place to work all day in the world, but they're here and they're helping us out, so you gotta appreciate it.
The only problem for me is the weather. Like being inside, it's too cold. In the winter, it's really cold. When they get 10 degrees or whatever, it's minus degrees. It's really cold inside.
Nobody has time to listen to long stories. I escaped from communist country when Albania was under iron fist of communism ruling. I didn't want that kind of life. I decided to leave. And I make a plan, and I imply it, I escaped from land through the sea from Albania to Yugoslavia at that time, former Yugoslavia. It took me 17 hours across the borders with a boat and 2 of my friends, 3 together, by rowing the boats with oars, no motor, no nothing. If we get caught, we get shot right on the spot, no mercy. I served in the army for 12 years, and now I'm selling sandwiches. Working for somebody else is different. Working for yourself, making less, making more still. And in the evening, you count your money, not somebody else will count it for you. That's my philosophy. I'm an entrepreneur by spirit. So before I start even creating the concept of the truck, I put the menu together, as you see it. I try to put a lot of good things in one. Healthy. That's my main thing. Healthy menu, healthy food, and tasty. Students are people with a little money. They don't come here to show off, to have a selected wine and filet mignon. Students come here to fill their stomach. Give them the best. Give them the quantity, quality, reasonable in the prices. That's what it is.
It's fun when I work with Dad. And he really likes me working with him because I do very good with the orders.
Peter's a piano player. He plays piano. He's in the 3rd grade. He likes art. He wants to be an actor. That's what his dream is. And hopefully one day I will connect him with the right people that will give him the necessarily advices and encouragement that he might need to go to pursue that profession, which is beautiful. Peter's a good-looking guy, and he's smart and he's intelligent.
Well, I just have one more thing to say. If anyone around the street likes my dad's food and they want to see that sign up there, "Do you miss Mama's food?" Well, it's here.
I've had 2 children, a boy and a girl, and a boy being the oldest, and my daughter. My son last night gave me the biggest compliment you can have, and he said, "Dad, your cheesesteak hands down is the best I've ever had."
My day, I drop my daughter off. I wait for her with the bus. She goes to school, and then I come to work. I go to the commissary, then bring the truck down and all that stuff, and then work, and then take it back to the commissary. And I'll come home at 10:30 during the school year. So it's a long day, and I see my kids for maybe 15 minutes a day. In the morning. But on Sunday, I spend all day with them, this and that. And even though I see them so little, there's something to be said when they start, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," and they jump on top of you, this and that. And you wrestle them, or when they come into bed in the morning on a Sunday morning, you're jumping all over you and you're throwing them down. It's nice, Yeah, so that's why you do what you do. You work for that.
I don't make the law, see what I'm saying? Because I believe, so whatever they come to us with, I think so it came from from how can I say, from the boss, because so they have somebody above above them, so they have to follow instruction, Same thing my workers, so they have to follow instruction, So exactly, yeah. So we had no problem with that, Yeah.
Talk about a lot of work on a daily basis. That's just a lot of work. But we do it, and we love it.
We all socialize together, we all do events together, and we all feed each other. And but no, I love what I do. I love working. I love the competition of working for an industry that has really not been plowed through yet, hasn't been trailblazed. And I like to do that here in Philly. I like to be behind that, if anything, and really getting the regulations really to be redone, relooked at, and to make it better here in Philadelphia.